My name is Stephanie Selker, and I studied abroad for 2 semesters in Bamberg, Germany.
I'm Rebecca Castro. I studied abroad in spring 2018, and I went to Paris, France with ISA Paris.
I'm Mary Beth, and I studied abroad in London with SAI.
My name's Isabel. I studied abroad in Croatia in the spring, and I studied in Cambodia and Vietnam through May semester.
My name's Anna Sandgren, and I went abroad to the University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China, on exchange through the College of Charleston.
Definitely feel like I'm a lot more independent.
I feel way more independent.
I kind of feel more self-reliant and independent in a way. Like, I don't feel like I need to follow others. I can make my own way.
When I face a new challenge or a new situation, I feel way more prepared to tackle it because spending a year abroad was really difficult and super rewarding. But because of all of that, I feel like now any difficult situation I'm totally equipped to handle.
I think that I'm more open-minded and considerate of other people's differences.
Wanting to travel more before life gets too busy. I think that's why studying abroad during college is a really good opportunity.
The biggest piece of advice is to really set yourself some goals before you leave so that once you're over there, you are actively accomplishing something.
I think going into the experience with an open mind is really important, and having no expectations.
If you're alone or going with other students from CFC, just try and get to know other people outside of like your language or outside of your country. Go out.
To definitely put yourself in situations you're not comfortable with new people and new experiences.
Also, I think it's really important to like journal and write things down. Like when I'd be on the tube in London, I would always take that time to write down like what I've been doing, where I've been, and I'm gonna look back on that and be so thankful because
For students who find that they're going to be traveling by themselves and not necessarily with groups of people, I think reaching out upon arrival is super important because everybody's in the same situation as you are. They are unsure of themselves or worried about being alone, and making sure that you get people's contact information and have a first meal with them, I think.
In Germany, they have a really strong coffee culture. So really often you'll sit in a cafe for an hour, drink some coffee, have a piece of cake or a pastry or something like that. You just get to relax or chat with a friend, and I absolutely loved that and I miss that a lot.
My favorite part about Cambodia and Vietnam is definitely experiencing the culture I never would have been able to experience anywhere else.
My favorite part would probably just being like in the heart of like such a big metropolitan city, and there's always something going on. There's something, so much people watching you can do. I love just being able to, sit out with my friends at some of the world's most famous monuments. And
I really loved that on the weekends that I did stay in London, I always had something to do. There was a new area, a new district I wanted to explore. There's always events, like I went to London Fashion Week, which was really cool to do, and just like all types of community events.
I think the most challenging part would actually be like the months before you leave. You're so nervous, you have so many things you have to get together. You're about to move halfway across the world without like any of your friends.
Knowing ahead of time that things are gonna come up and like you're gonna have really good days and then some days where you're feeling really homesick, but just like take that in.
For me, the most challenging part about studying abroad was, I think, getting acclimated to the German culture and the German people. It took a while to really get to be able to meet a lot of Germans and get close to them.
Being away from home, like everyone gets a little bit of FOMO and you're on Snapchat and you see your friends like out doing stuff, and it can be a little challenging to like be on your own and see what's going on in America while you're in a different place. So like just kind of like taking a step back, realizing everything will be the same when you get back.
For me, the most challenging part was having to leave. It's so hard saying goodbye to like my closest friends and just like the city I fell in love with.
Really learn about like the nature of yourself and like who you really are. when you're on your own and you're in a new place.
The best part for me for studying abroad was everything that I learned about myself, and also how much I improved my German skills, which was one of my biggest goals.
To learn a lot about other places in the world. It kind of teaches you about other, like, it gets you outside of the American bubble that we're in and kind of teaches you about culture. And
For me, the best part about studying abroad was I got to travel to so many new places I've never been to before. I was able to visit 13 countries in 3 continents in 5 months.
The best part of studying abroad was meeting the people that I met, making the friends that I am still in contact with today,